That night was the night I decided to go out to a club with my friends after a long, exhausting week of work. The popular club we chose was called Midnight Shadow. The atmosphere around the club was dark and eerie, with red and blue lights flashing everywhere, and the heavy bass of the music reverberating through the space. Everything seemed normal, just like any other club. But what happened that night made me believe that there are things in this world that science still can't explain. We walked into the club, the music so loud that I could barely hear myself speak. My friends started ordering drinks and headed to the dance floor, while I chose to sit at a corner of the bar, observing the crowd. After a while, I began to feel like someone was staring at me, but when I looked around, no one seemed to be paying attention to me. Suddenly, the temperature around me dropped sharply. Even though I was in a crowded club with flashing lights, I felt an icy chill that made my hair stand on end. A man in a black coat walked over and sat down next to me. His face was pale, his eyes hollow and lifeless. He looked at me and said, "You shouldn't be here." I tried to say something, but I found myself unable to move my mouth. The man smiled coldly and then slowly vanished into thin air, as if he had never been there. I was so shocked that I almost screamed, but the loud music drowned out any sound I could have made. After that incident, I quickly left the club and never returned to Midnight Shadow again. My friends later told me that the club had a dark history. It was built on the site of an old hospital where many patients had died, and some believed that the spirits of those who passed still lingered there. That night taught me that going out to a club isn't always just about meeting people and having fun. Sometimes, you might encounter something you can't see. And something you shouldn't encounter.